Well, this is a special time of year in the European footballing cycle. It's where it all begins again. The lifting of the trophy, the winners' medals. That was all back in May. A mere reminder, a relic of the glory that was. Massive leap! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases your chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
Wan-Bissaka. Samaris. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Taarabt goes up and over. Has a goal! Goal! Benfica! And it has to be said, an absolute gift. I doubt very much that this was in the script. Greenwood. And here's Cavani. Timely intervention. Van der Beek. And the counter is on. He's away! Hoists it forward. Pizzi. Nicely measured pass. Taarabt. Time to deliver. Well, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Greenwood. Well, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Well, who knows, Peter? It may turn out to be a
Bruno Fernandes! That was travelling. He gets past his man. Samaris tries to get it forward quickly. Rafa Silva is lifting it over. Well positioned to make that interception. For Tongan.
Well, they would seem to be trying to expose the centre of that defence to runners.
Makes for some terrific movement.
It does, and they may be hit on the break because obviously it requires numbers forward to stretch them out.
And it's Silva. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So there you have it, a close fourth half of football, but one that still had its moments, but ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Not the most convincing of displays. They could certainly do much better than this. They'll want to keep things simple, build up their confidence and not rush into mistakes.
Hits one! Look at that! Manchester United are back on level terms. A momentary lapse exploited with glee. That has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked and I still haven't moved.
Tries to dink it in. Oh, he's broken through. Big chance! Played in with accuracy. Alex Telles, Shaw, he's played him through. Caught offside that time. So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Gets it upfield. Good progress he's made on the ball. Where to next? Bruno Fernandes. Up he gets! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
The keeper really dug out his defence then, a magnificent effort.
Rafa Silva, who's made his mark on this game. Weigl, out to the left it goes, and it's played forward. Rafa Silva is onto it and can take it up. Bruno Fernandes. Matic goes looking, and it's Alex Telles. Alex Telles, and the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. And he is going into that little black book. Matic sticks in a foot to win it back. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, he's asking for trouble, Peter, and with this urge to nibble away, I think the ref is spelling it out for him now. Manchester United merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Weigl.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Samaris. Moves it over to the other flank. Just brushed off the ball there. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, they've got a point. 3, of course, were preferable, but up and running for a new campaign. Well, hello and welcome to everyone settling in for this game. Liftoff wasn't quite achieved as they had envisaged on day one, but 1 point is better than nothing. It was met with a mixed reception, but it's certainly given them something to build upon. Much now hangs on what they can achieve in the second game. Have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely picture perfect for a game of this nature. Manchester United had a stuttering start. They'll need to do better now. Paris Saint-Germain have a free kick. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something.
Neymar! That is gorgeous! A finish right from the top draw, and Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. Oh, that is a bit special. Well, that has certainly made things interesting. Kimpembe.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
Ball's gone out of play. It's gone out for a throw-in. Neymar has made his mark on this game. Out on the left now. It's a good run down the right. Where could this lead? Greenwood, Cavani. He's got away. Corner it is then. And he's there to clear it. Looking cross-field, changing the point of attack. And here's Cavani. Well, they can break here. Rashford showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. That's clear cut, it's a free kick. Across the field it goes. Bernat looks to get on the end of this. Going through. That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. And the half-time whistle goes. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
If you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Manchester United need to get the balance right to sort this out. Ambition must be complemented by just the right amount of caution. I think the more experienced players can oversee that.
Draxler, Mbappe. Draxler plays it out to the wing. Now it's Draxler. Draxler. It's Di Maria! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
It's an untidy challenge, free kick given. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Mbappe, defenders on the back foot. Draxler. Now it's Neymar. He's gone for it! He scored! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
And how about the timing of the pass and run? They've worked it before, and no doubt they'll work it again.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that second goal has given them so much more command and confidence now.
Kimpembe has been caught there, it's a foul. That's going to be a booking. Keylor Navas gets it upfield. Hoists it high. Forward it goes. Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Cavani. Greenwood. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Manchester United looking here to cut their deficit. Bruno Fernandes! Oh, that's brilliant! He's got himself a peach of a goal! Back to within 1! Interesting! Dispatched expertly, nicely done. This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, they've given themselves a chance here, but now it's a case of getting the balance right between attack and defence, and that's not easy.
That's been drilled forward. That's an out wide now. Maguire sticks in a foot to win it back.
Paris Saint-Germain probably could have killed things off, but they should be okay here.
And it's Cavani. And now they can launch a counter. Rashford looks to dink one in. Looking for space out wide. Rashford plays it back. Shoots! It's in! Dying minutes, and we're all square again.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
So all square. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. So it's ended in a draw, craft and graft and everything apart from a winning goal that never came. An intriguing contest and a result which at least partly satisfies all. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Manchester United certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made.
So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. We'll be ready to go once the final checks are carried out. We have a hugely expectant crowd here. We just hope that the game lives up to the atmosphere. So red and white, of course, the preeminent colours at Old Trafford. Which it looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Kubica and Suleimani! It's there! What about that, Jim Beglin?
Well, he made it obvious as to where the pass should be played, Peter, and it made the finish look that bit easier.
Young boys grab an early lead. Good start. Massive leap! And the follow-up! Knocks it away. Bruno Fernandes pings it out wide. Cleared away. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And it's Alex Telles.
Well, they would seem to be trying to expose the centre of that defence to runners.
Makes for some terrific movement.
It does, and they may be hit on the break because obviously it requires numbers forward to stretch them out.
Matic tries to get it forward quickly. Rashford! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, it was hit with great power, Peter, but sadly not great precision.
Alex Telles, Bruno Fernandes, Martial, and the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Gets it upfield, good challenge, he just stood firm. Greenwood plays a clever pass. There's the end of the first half. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
So we're already into the second period.
Manchester United need to get the balance right to sort this out. Ambition must be complemented by just the right amount of caution, and I think the more experienced...
Matic is fouled. That was venomous. Over to the left. And it's Suleimani. It's anyone's ball. Gets a good foot in there. And here's Martial. He's found his man. Timely intervention. Clears it out of harm's way. Rashford.
Manchester United are definitely going about this the right way.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Spot on, Peter.
Soleimani spreads it towards the left. Corner. We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Oh, the ball's come loose. And here's Soleimani. Gorgeous control there. Plays it out to the wing. Great strength, too strong for his opponent.
It's obvious that they prefer a greater cushion to sit on, but will they?
Martial with a definite foul there. Manchester United are running out of time to save themselves. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. And it's played forward. And there goes the final whistle. One goal settled it. A tense and exciting game that just got away. And after all of that... Hello and welcome one and all. Great to have you on board for our continued coverage of these group stages, and it is safe to say that we're now entering the race for the finish line. It becomes about guaranteeing a place in the knockout stage, and indeed for some, at the top end of the group, finding out who will finish in pole position and who their potential opponents may be. You do sense inevitably a much greater sense of urgency from those both on the pitch and in the stands, because the margins are becoming tight. This must be amongst the favoured arenas of supporters all over the world. It really does have a very special feel to it. And already we're underway here. Rashford, Bruno Fernandes.
Well, they would seem to be trying to expose the centre of that defence to runners.
It makes for some terrific movement.
It does, and they may be hit on the break because obviously it requires numbers forward to stretch them out. Midway through the first half, and there's an impotence about this game that's causing me concern, and probably most of the stadium too. Let's just hope that by the end it'll have been forgotten.
Bailly drives it forward. And it's Cavani. Greenwood. Manchester United have a free kick. Greenwood. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, they say that your front lads should be that first line of stopping the opposition, and I think he's taken it to another level with his desire to get back and help everyone out.
It's a loose ball. Bruno Fernandes is onto it and can take it up. Great leap! Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
Well, plenty of moving targets to pick out in the box. Obviously increases your chances of the ball being met like that by someone.
He spotted the run and played him through. It's come loose. Cleared without complication. The first 45 minutes are up. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. So there was the first half.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And we are already promptly back underway. 0-0 then, and we're back underway. Wan-Bissaka. Greenwood tried to play it through.
Yeah, I mean, I think he did well to spot the run. He just didn't get enough behind it. It happens.
Gets it into the middle. Oh, smart save. And here's the chance to counter. And he's going long. Oh, that's clever. Tries to get it clear. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Greenwood. He's through. It's found its way to him. We've got a corner here. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to... Up to meet it! He's done very well to get to that.
Juan Mata really must have felt he had the measure of the keeper then, but how wrong he was.
That's a foul. Simple decision for the referee.
Manchester United showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
And it's Soleimani. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. It's going to be a double change then.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Maguire, position. And that's it. Well, it looked 0-0 from a fair way out. Little craft or guile or penetration. Defence is largely untroubled. Welcome everybody to our continued live coverage of these group stages. We have for you a game of great intrigue and indeed great consequence. The group's taking shape nicely now, and we're already seeing who is likely to make the knockout rounds. Are we to see another team become yet another statistic here, or somehow fight themselves out of a nasty predicament, avoid defeat and keep their hopes alive? It is time to focus, get on with the job, and see what transpires both here and indeed elsewhere. So what a stage for the players to take to here ahead of such an important game. We have already started here. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
David De Gea. He's one of the all-time great shot stoppers, Peter. His positioning is...
Yeah, he's fouled him there. Oh, smart save. He had plenty to do.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Otamendi. And here's Rafa Silva. Rafa Silva has been caught there, it's a foul. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance. No, that's overhit. That's a throw. Rashford. Bruno Fernandes. Wan-Bissaka gets it into the middle. Pizzi. Taarabt. And here's Rafa Silva.
It's a busy front line, lots of movement.
And is that working for you?
Well, Not really. To be honest, I'm not a great fan of taking goal potential away from the penalty box.
Oh, that's a fine challenge. Cavani unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Going for goal! Vertonghen trying to get there. A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goals. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. We're promptly into the second 45 minutes.
Manchester United playing well with lots of opportunities and plenty positives to take from the first half. Despite this scoreline, converting chances would make a world of difference for them.
Greenwood hoists it high, and that's been levered clear. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Maguire cuts it out. Fred. Still absolutely nothing to report here goals-wise. It's Alex Telles. And here's Rashford. Away from immediate danger. Van der Beek. He's gone for it! It's in! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, I think that defence there thought they were in good position and they had him where they wanted, yet somehow he's worked the scoring position when it didn't see him on. It's really crafty business, that.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
Look, I'm sure that silencing the crowd would have been mentioned in the dressing room beforehand. And just listen. Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Just has to be done.
Greenwood. Bruno Fernandes. Timely intervention.
Manchester United are looking to make this one safe. They want to reduce the risk.
It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Promising move that. Good inroads into enemy territory, but no joy. And he's there to cut it out.
Manchester United certainly don't need to overcommit now. Their priority lies further back.
Kicks it upfield. And there goes the final whistle. Terrific contest. It really might have tipped either way. The margins were tiny, just a goal in it, but that was enough.
Yeah, it was a fairly stern test with very little.
Well, there is a real sense of expectation here. It verges, in fact, on quiet confidence. There should be little doubt that they are favourites to make it through. After all, a point is all that is needed, but it is a job that still needs to be done. Excitement, expectation, but not quite certainty. Old Trafford rising to the occasion as only Old Trafford can. Some terrific scenes at the Stretford end. So, first mission just about accomplished. Time now to look ahead.
Yeah, on a night when a point will suffice, they have to take to the field, Peter, with a mindset to win. Everything else will then take care of itself until the draw is made for the rest.
Has a hit! That has certainly tested the keeper.
Well, as tests go, Peter, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Paredes. Has he found his man? Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Back into the middle. Cavani plays it out to the flank. Header! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, I can tell you that the aluminium is still shaking after that. We're talking fractions. That was a great try.
And here's Rashford. Bernat gets good distance on it. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Cuts it out. And it's played forward. Well played, he saw that coming.
Just to point out, Peter, that the fullbacks are quite high.
And what do they try to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
And it's Bernat. Bruno Fernandes. Chance to break. He's had a look. Played out to the right. Going through. And he's cut it out. Can't get the better of his opposite number. He's off on a marauding run. Mbappe. Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good... He's had a shot! Marquinhos. Marquinhos plays it forward. Neymar. Ball has crossed the line, and it's a throw. And through to the goalkeeper. And the first half is done. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. Interesting game up to now, but still goalless. Reflections on the first half?
Yeah, the scoreline doesn't tell the whole story, as one side has been significantly better, at least offensively.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And we're going for goal! Well, that's caused a worry or two.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
Checks on the touchline, a change about to occur. Juan Mata. Rashford. That had to be more accurate. Florenzi. Come back to the keeper. And it's Juan Mata. Di Maria gets it away. Juan Mata's cross. And he's there to hoof it away. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Keeper sends it forward. Bernat plays it long. Romero tries to clear. There really wasn't very much in that, not far away from being a telling final ball.
Paris Saint-Germain seem to have chosen a tougher route through the middle. That was easily read and dealt with.
It's the through ball. Oh, great defending, that needed doing. And the break is on. Mata. He gets past his man. Just brushed off the ball there.
Manchester United merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
He's played him through. Brilliant save from Romero!
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Keira. Paredes. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. He's through. Out of play for a goal kick. Battles to win it back. Keira. And that will be the final act. Well, they could only manage a draw, but that will do. They have made it to the next stage. Well, how will we look back on that? Manchester United return to action in this competition. A competition for which the dynamic has changed dramatically now as the group stages turn into the knockout phase. 180 minutes, 3 hours, that's all that separates winners from losers. There is no margin for error. It is now or never. Old Trafford rising to the occasion as only Old Trafford can. Some terrific scenes at the Stretford end. Well, there's a perceptible change in mindset here, both in terms of crowd and players.
You know, Peter, it's the suddenness that I love when you get to this phase of the competition. The suddenness in which you can find yourself in a good position, or the suddenness in which it can go against you. That introduces drama, which creates great excitement, and ultimately, you get a much more entertaining show.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Edinson Cavani. He's a top-class finisher, Peter. There's no doubt about that. But it's his clever movement off the ball that gives him the chances to get his finishes away in the first place. He's a big physical presence too, so I'd expect him to make a big attacking contribution no matter what his team's tactics are today.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Up to meet it! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work though.
Wan-Bissaka. It's Rashford. And here's Cavani. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone... He's one-on-one! Oh, the ball's come loose! Caicedo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. He's looked long this time. Hoists it forward. Bruno Fernandes. Right through the middle. He's gone for it! And the follow-up! Keeper's not concerned by that.
Manchester United were again presented with an opportunity to break and look very, very threatening.
It's got through to him. Luis Alberto pings it out wide.
Lazio have made it clear what they're trying to do for me, Peter.
What are they trying to do?
Well, I think they're making the pitch as big as possible to work both flanks into better supply routes.
And it's Rashford. Wan-Bissaka. Good ball, it's found its target. He's gone for it! Marvellous goal!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives you a critical lead just before the break, everyone will be paying extra attention. It really is the ideal time.
Was there ever any doubt?
Yeah, he just calmly faced the keeper and waited. It became a who blinks first situation. And for me, there was never any doubt as to who was going to come out on top.
Manchester United took the lead.
Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in this one, Peter.
And the half-time whistle goes. Here we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, you obviously have to give credit to the front men for the half-time lead, but I think the midfield can really pat themselves on the back too. They work tirelessly for me.
Manchester United come off having scored the only goal of the game so far. It's been tight, it's been exciting. There is certainly plenty for us to chew on during the break. And the game has already resumed here. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. And a shot! Great build-up, it all deserved a better ending.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
Alex Telles. Manchester United just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads.
Lazio are definitely going about this the right way.
Jim, there's not too much subtlety or sophistication about this. It really is a question of needs must.
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to do.
Lazio with another corner. Has a hit! No mistake! Lazio back on level terms.
What a great finish, but how about the touch? It just allowed him to put the ball exactly where he wanted it, and the rest became a formality.
Lazio grab the equaliser, and we're all square. Tries a shot! And it's been taken straight back. Cavani.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner. Well, he's worked so hard for his side, as you would expect, but you couldn't help notice that he was starting to labour a bit, so it's no surprise.
And that's been won straight back, out towards the flank, into the middle. Gets up to head it! Goal! Lazio! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Lazio are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
Lazio take the lead.
Surprise, surprise. He just keeps on delivering, and listen, we all expect that.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Juan Mata. Rashford. Rashford opts to play it back. Caicedo. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. So that's it. It is all over. Manchester United left with a mountain to climb. No option now but to win away. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Manchester United.
Manchester United come into this game after suffering the harm of losing in front of their own fans, and now they are in a position of having to try and turn things round on hostile territory. And whilst the tactician there was keen to defend his players, doing his best to put a brave face on the whole predicament, and it is good to see that the attendance levels are healthy in the away section, because they have an awful lot of encouragement to offer. He's had a go! Just off target.
Immobile did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
Luis Felipe gathers from the goal kick. Acerbi. Loose ball, who's going to get there? Greenwood. And he heaves it forward. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Martial. Greenwood with a shot! Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. He's got a chance from here, but not the kindest angle. Cleared away. Greenwood. How about it? Goes for goal! Gullit gets good distance on it. Decent enough try. Good idea, just poorly executed. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
You have to admire commitment like that, because he could easily ignore that and just kind of walk around and let others do all the chasing, but instead he looks as if he relishes the chance to dig in for his team here.
Now it's Martial. Chance to shoot! going for goal! Lulic. Seems now to be all about width.
Well, when you...
The first half is done, and both sides have drawn blanks. They have toiled at times, but it's not been a bad game by any means.
Well, Peter, it's 45 minutes to conjure something up now. They've been better than the first leg, but the pressure is really on, and they have to answer to it.
After 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. And the game has already resumed here. 0-0 then, and we're back underway. He's made sure that that won't get through. He's through the middle. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Martial. Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone running at the defence like that. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Away from immediate danger. Lulic. Savic. Out to the right. Gets into a dangerous position. Martial. Bruno Fernandes has got himself a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. And it's Alex Telles. Bruno Fernandes. Danger averted for now. Bruno Fernandes delivers. Corner it is then. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Only partially clear. Goes for goal! And oh! Yes! And late in the day, a telling moment. Rashford at his razor-sharp best there.
Well, for me, that's just pure predatory brilliance. It's not so much the finish, but the way he read the situation when nobody else was even alert to it. It's fantastic.
Well, it's an inspired substance. It's Immobile! Well, that is rather wayward.
Immobile did so well to make use of the little space that was afforded to him. It wasn't easy, that.
Into the last 5 minutes. Luis Felipe goes looking. Looks to thread it through. And it's hoisted clear. Greenwood. And here's Martial. Alex Telles gets up to head it! We can get that clear. That's it! They are out! Winners, but only up to a point. The first leg deficit proved too great to hold back, and their victory is a mere consolation on the way out. Well, after what we saw in the first game, Jim, what are your observations now?
Yeah,